A minor resource shortage has been more or less averted on Alpha Andromedae 4, and soon our attention turns back to Zeta Ri and beyond. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. You can tell Icarus is moving a little bit faster now, which I love. Something I'm going to go ahead and take care of as soon as I can. Also, it does seem like we have a shortage of crystal silicon due to the overall silicon shortage, but that is something that should start to self-resolve now that we've brought more silicon into the fold. I want to go ahead and think about whether I can maybe be producing more processors than I currently have. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, but I want to at least try. So let's come down here. We currently have, let's see. I think I can safely delete you for a moment so that I can instead have this line dedicated just to the production of, hang on. Let's have you stay high for as long as I can. Yep. And then we'll bring you down at this point. Much easier. Okay, so yeah, 2 more. There we go. That's nice. Now, I don't know, because of the expansion of the planet and the way that I've built this particular planet up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that all the way. Oh, I can. Good. All right, so that's going to help, hopefully, with processor production a little bit. I also want to make sure that I'm continuing to produce these. So let's see. We need silicon, copper, and processors. Probably the best way to do this would actually be to delete this line and bring the copper through here. Yep, like so. All right, now, interestingly enough, yeah, we're still not seeing a ton of silicon coming down the line here. It's not piling up enough. I wonder why that is. Do I just need to have more of these producing? That could be the solution. Let's see. Yeah, that could work. Here I am spending the beginning of the episode saying, oh yeah, we resolved this resource shortage, but not really, because we still don't have silicon really flowing steadily down the line. So let's finish with the solar panels so I'm not distracted from that. One of the reasons that I was looking back at it is I need this particular resource. I kind of just want to have a splitter here. You know what? Let's do that. This is a little bit wonky, but we're going to do it. It's the motto for this series. If there ever was one. Perfect. Alright, it does seem like power is a bit of an issue here still, which is hilarious to me, the fact that we're still dealing with that. These are tough planets to power, for sure. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just import some goods, mainly energetic graphite, I would imagine, to get things powered here a little bit more effectively. And thankfully, that will not be hard to do. Now what do I need? I need... Yep, here we go. That and that. And then we're just going to produce solar panels. Thank you. And then it's just a matter of getting them re-automated. Oh, hang on. Yeah, let's see if I can get away with this. I'm going to put down a satellite substation here instead. Let's see. There's that. Problem solved. I can delete a couple of things now. Very good. I don't think I'll actually be able to connect that. But if I can, no, of course I can. That would be too easy. This, however, is totally doable. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring it over one line right here, not a problem, and then down, and then over. Okay, so now let's figure out the silicon situation. Because we clearly need to be producing more. I clearly have enough, or it's just a matter of needing more of a production apparatus. So I hate that I'm going to have to do this. Well, have to do this is a strong term, but let me temporarily cut off the feed. Actually, there is a solution that doesn't involve being overly complicated. I'm going to temporarily move a lot of this silicon myself. Logistics carrier capacity level 4, very good. Alright, so let's briefly rethink where we have all this set up. I'm going to delete you for a moment because I would rather have... Let's put a... Since this is clearly such an important resource, let's just put you right smack dab in the middle of that. Let's delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Okay. Now... couple of important things. We're going to bring you back here and have you just input into there. We're going to have you input into here. But obviously not going anywhere just yet. Alright, so the main line... Yeah, we have two spots, really, where these are going. So we need to extend that. And need to find a way to extend that over there. So I might need to have a splitter. Yeah, not a problem. A splitter up here. That's the most sensible place to put it, I think, if I'm really going to expand this production line. Okay. So now that I've got that in place, I can go ahead and start reconnecting a little bit. Like so. The lines aren't going to be perfect, but they haven't been for the entire series, so it's fine. So what I'm going to do here is... let's do 3 smelters there. Looks like I can do even better if I do this. Alright, so at least we can have some silicon production happening while we're doing this. Could I do this? Oh, yes I can. I can actually raise you. Perfect. That's amazing. That's amazing. Alright, cool. So now we have... oh shit. No. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so that was a mistake. That's an output line. My bad. Oopsie. Let me go ahead and grab all that off the line. And then I need to come down here and pretty much grab everything that just went down that line. Because that was a lot of silicon. Okay, good. It got fed right back around this direction. Thankfully. The splitter just gave it right back. Alright, so... now that we're almost 15 minutes into the episode, and we're still on Alpha Andromedae 4, story of my life. Alright, this is the input line. That's much better. Because it just needs to be like that. Alright, so let me go ahead and rebuild the storage for this stuff. I may as well let it stack all the way as high as it can. Why not, you know? Alright, there's that. And now I can reconnect this line, now that I've got that set up properly. And now it's just a matter of... yeah, I see how this works. Okay. So you're producing a bunch. Oh, wow, yeah. So this is an output line as well. Now, because of the way I set that one up, getting an additional row of arc smelters here above this thing is going to be tough. So I think what I'm going to do is just have more in this direction. Just 2 more. And we'll leave it at that. That should be enough to avert the current situation. To avert the present crisis. Alright, situation nominal. We are building up silicon again in this storage, which is nice to see. Let's see if we are really cranking out the chips now or what. Because one thing you might begin to see is that we're not actually producing these fast enough. It seems like maybe I might need to delete... let's take a look at the production time on this. This recipe, in 1 second, takes 1 copper and 2 iron and creates 2 circuit boards. This recipe, in 2 seconds, takes 2 silicon and 1 copper and makes 1 microcrystalline component. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and expand the production of microcrystalline components by just 1. Let's go ahead and get this line set up properly here. I want to have it moving straight, like so. What do you mean collide? Oh, the sorter. Makes sense. That's fair. All right. There we go. And then I just need to do this. And that should be done already. Perfect. Now, with any luck, having changed that, we should see a lot more chips starting to be put onto this line. And I'm actually going to help the process out by dumping the chips I have in my inventory into the process. So that'll be good. Okay, so now that I've done that, anything else I need to do here? How we looking? It does seem like I might be running a little bit low on these again. Is that because of a metal shortage or an iron shortage? Yeah, I remember setting this filter. Let's go ahead and close that up. And let's see what happens if I split things more evenly in that way. We might start actually seeing... It seems like we're completely, or almost completely full on that. So it should be good to split things that way for a while. This is going to help, by the way, veins utilization. Well, it won't help with the efficiency of the process, but it will help us consume resources less quickly, which is always a plus. I'm just watching for a moment while I see if these back up again. It's going to take a moment, but it's worth it to double check. Because every single one of these resources that I've just kind of babysat. Wait, why do I have that set up there? Oh, I was having silicon brought to me automatically at one point. I don't think that's necessary anymore. Alright, so what I'm curious about is... It looks like everything is running again. It's slow, but it's running. Power-wise, we're okay. We're on the, like, the absolute edge of what's okay. Now, again, I could definitely help with that by bringing in some energetic graphite. So let's get that set up so that power is not a factor in any kind of resource shortages, because power shortages on this planet mean trouble elsewhere. Okay, and I'm going to do this the right way for once. We're going to build them this direction, and I'm going to go as close down to the equator as I possibly can. As close down to the existing power buildings as I possibly can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Perfect. Beautiful. And now... this planet will be producing a lot more power once that particular resource arrives, which won't take it long. It'll probably be here in a couple of seconds, to be honest, now that the logistics ships are so quick. Logistics ships don't warp in system. It's not necessary. Although I think distance to enable warp. So you can totally get them to warp in system if you want them to just hop back and forth quickly. You can lower the minimum distance, but by default, they don't. I just dropped it below the minimum for a moment, so it might have actually caused a few of them to warp. But we have plenty of energetic graphite now coming in, which is helpful also for keeping us unclogged on our home planet, of course. All right, I am starting to see processors pile up a bit more. Everything else looks pretty solid. I'm still not seeing magnets back up, though, and I don't like that. So, hang on, let's get at least one more producer. You never know. It could just come down to one more. Because it seems like there's enough iron. Yeah, we need to delete you. There's absolutely enough iron to go around. Let's just remove the sorter previews here. Lack of item. Oh, really? Don't I have a slot for those, though? Yes, I do. Lack of item. Give me a break. Love it. Love it. Oh, it's so great. I love those logistic slots. You can tell from my gameplay at the beginning of this series that I had played a ton of DSP before those were a thing. And so it was a big adjustment, and I'm still making it, but man, is it awesome. All right, so copper is definitely starting to pile up. Silicon is still... I'm surprised, honestly, that I don't see a silicon icon yet. That makes me a little bit nervous. Let me kind of... I think the main reason for that is that I'm exporting it. So what I really need to see is it piling up on the line? And the answer to that is no, it's not. But at least storage is full. You know? At least there's that. So what I can do to really see if this piles up is I've got this silicon here. Let's go ahead and just dump some on the line. I think the reason this is happening is... Yeah, this makes sense. I think it's all being consumed by this. That's where the extra silicon is going. Yeah, I think we're fine on silicon now. Especially once we have really full... Especially once everything is full there at the solar plant. The solar panel plant, so to speak. Why don't we... Yeah, I'm going to dump just a little bit more silicon on the line here. Make things even better, I can just take all of my silicon that I have and put it in this storage. How about that? That's the best way to dump it on the line, because I can just get rid of all of it immediately. And actually, this is a good way to test whether it's actually building up. And it seems that it may be, although as long as the solar panels are being produced, it's going to be hard to tell. Okay, before I do anything else, even before I end this episode, let's head back to Alpha Andromedae 2. Because remember that one of the reasons I wanted to get the processor situation resolved is so that we could be reliably auto-producing logistic stations. Nice. Vanes utilization. So now we're just working on research speed. Let's see how processors are doing here on the homeworld, because we still are needing a ton of them. So the question is, are they piling up? It looks like energetic graphite is piling up in storage there, which is good. All right, interestingly enough, I'm not seeing like processors come in right now, which makes me sad. I'm also not seeing titanium come in right now, which tells me that I'm just pulling in a ton of it for all kinds of purposes, and probably need to find a way to export more. So we do have some of these built. They were built automatically, which I love. So what I can do is... What does it take to build these automatically? Oh, yeah. Oh my god, this is easy. Hang on. I can go ahead and set up the automated interstellar stations right now. Holy crap, I didn't realize it was that easy. But it is. Alright, so these just require... It's interesting that both of them require the same... They need particle containers. So I wasn't expecting that. So what I'm going to do is actually... We're going to take away that output. And we will have you outputting here. We'll go ahead and grab these into our inventory. Let's put... No, I didn't want to do that. Let's take all of the copper. No, I didn't want to do that either. Stop it. There we go. I had I had that particular storage open, and so everything was getting sent back and forth. Unintentionally. Oh, this is so easy. Look at this. And then, of course, I just need to get... Yeah, I just offloaded a ton of materials to get those automated. But getting them automated is actually quite easy. Because... Hang on, I'm looking at the production of these. Yeah, we have them being produced right here, and then they're being flown around to various places. I can probably do a splitter, like here-ish, that would work for my purposes. So let's see if I can finagle that real quick before we end the episode. Let's see if we can make that happen. We're going to reposition where I have the steel crossing. This is so convoluted and ridiculous. And not going to work. Great. Alright, I need that line going to... Oh wait, is that an output line? It is. That's an output line. Glad I noticed that. So, since I know that now... Okay, now we might be in business. Let's see. Let's make a little bit of room. Maybe that line needs to be moved ever so slightly. I wouldn't have thought that it did though. So that's a little bit strange. So hold on. Let's once again move this a little bit. I want to see if I can make room for this, because I don't think it's that top line that's causing the problem. Bit of spaghetti to end the episode. It's all good. Just a hint of spaghetti. Alright, so we have that input. Now that's the steel input there, so... I mean, honestly... Hang on. Yeah, I see what I can do. This is what I was thinking about doing when I first looked at it a second ago. Now, I don't know that that actually solves the issue I was trying to solve, though. Oh, wait, yes it does. Kind of. So I can do a 2-level sort of there now, ironically. That's so funny. All I'm trying to do is send one more line of this stuff going somewhere. I'm probably overthinking it, to tell you the truth. Tell you what, let's do this another way. This is too complex, and we can do this more easily. We can do this by going to about here, and then over here. Alright, so now... Can I lift you? Yes, I can. That's what I wanted. Oh, spaghetti, you slay me. Yeah, I still can't do it that way. Damn it! Come on, I just need to get a line. I mean, okay, there's another solution. It's pretty simple. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. This probably was the easiest thing to do from the start. I just didn't want to touch a line that was already serving its purpose fully and completely. But sacrifices must sometimes be made. Alright, so now that we have that in place, let's get a splitter down. And I can just send you over here. Easy peasy. Oh, wait a minute. Where are you getting that? Don't tell me I already had it fed this whole time. Oh, that's right. I gave it some. Oh, I forgot about that. I was like, where did you get your... I genuinely was so confused. I was like, where did those come from? I'm confused right now. Okay, well now we have those being automated for the first time ever. We don't have computer chips, which makes me sad. And we're going to need a lot of them if we're going to continue automating that process. Let's take a look at how computer chips are doing. We are starting to see some trickle in a little bit more, which is handy. We're also 33 minutes into this episode, so I need to stop. But we're almost done with this research boost, and then we can really begin in earnest researching things that require some of the top-tier research cubes in the game. And in the next episode, I thought it was going to be this one, but Alpha Andromedae 4 turned out to be a lot more of a bear than I was expecting. Been dealing with a lot of bears on the channel lately, and just dark, ominous, complicated entities. But now that we've got that solved, we will be heading to Zeta RA and importing those additional resources in the next episode. There's really nothing else to do now that we have the Interstellar Logistics Station automated. We have those ready to go in our inventory. So with that, I can stop this episode here and move with confidence in the direction of our neighboring system and beyond. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at noon US Eastern Time. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.